this is the fourth and final mower I got from this little batch. It's naturally a Briggs and Stratton. It's a Ryobi. A couple items I don't really like about it already is this. Well, and a couple I do. One is bone dry in the gas tank. Two, the oil is actually on there. And three, the part I don't like is it does not have a spark plug. So I have one here. It's a Briggs and Stratton model, or made spark plug 796112. Because it doesn't have a spark plug, I have no idea if it has compression. So kind of just want to skip a few steps and do this. I'm going to put the spark plug in and then get some 2-cycle fuel. Let's put it in the cylinder, give it a pull, and see what happens. I'm going to put it down because I don't like having it that high when I do so. Okay, moment of truth. So inside here is just 2-cycle fuel. It's a little oil can. Put a little in there. I like using 2-cycle fuel because it does have a little bit of oil. Just if it hasn't ran in a long time, then it just kind of helps lubricate everything. Okay, so this is either going to be a couple things. One, it's going to run for only a second, and it'll be great. Two, it won't run at all, and we'll have to explore more. But no matter what, this pull cord is going to need to be changed. So hopefully that doesn't break before we're able to figure out the first part. So let's take this off. Give it a yank. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Maybe there's enough rope there for me to pull. It could work. It might be going. No, there's compression. Oh, there's no air filter too. Okay. So, let me explain my concern. When someone goes through the time of taking stuff off of a mower, or anything, it probably means it's detrimental. There's a blade. Let's do 2 squirts. Let's try this again. What do you think that we'll be lucky twice? Like I said, there is no fuel in the gas tank. So, let's put a little non-ethanol. Oh, that's why there's no fuel. It's leaking out. There's no fuel line. Well, good thing I didn't put a lot in there, huh? Okay. Hopefully that disaster is avoided. Yeah, I took the fuel line. I put another fuel line on there, so brand new. I usually have a couple of them pre-cut, so I just have them in a little drawer. Let's see if we prime it. I think I might hear something. time. Obviously it was surging, but there's two ideas I have on that. One, I hope it's not the carburetor, because it's always the carburetor, it seems like. But it also ran very fast. So let's take off the cover, because we're going to have to anyway to replace the pull cord. And take a look at this throttle. See if there's any type of weird stuff going on here. I'm pretty tall, so I'm going to take it up. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so just as I suspected, if you look at this throttle, the spring on there is pulled pretty tight. Usually these, I don't want to say are loose, but they shouldn't have any real slack on them, or they shouldn't be engaged when if they're just sitting there. Because what ended up happening is, right now the governor goes around and there's like this little arm in the back and it controls this. Now when the engine starts speeding up, the throttle goes back down, the spring puts tension on it, and it will kind of keep it at a certain RPM range, and you just kind of bend that. Some of them are movable, but this one looks like it's not. So it was definitely messed with. So I have a pretty good feeling that's the reason why it was surging. So I'm going to put a new filter on because I don't want to suck up anything bad doing this again. And give it a try. Be right back. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm just going to bypass doing that. I just got everything ready to redo the pull cord. So on here, 5/16, 3 of them. It might be a little hard to get off if it's been weathered or anything, so. Take those off. And then in the back over here, there is a 3/8. This is going to take the tank off. There we go. And it comes with a little spacer too. This part you want to be cautious of because you could potentially disconnect the fuel line if it's not on there very securely. And then back here, there's 2 more 3/8. Front. Oh, there we go. Oh, almost forgot. Then you take your 5/16 again and take off the oil dipstick. And then I take this, pull it off a little bit and just kind of stick it back in, but so it's not on the case anymore. Or the cover. Oh, also this is not on there. I'll show you out later when we put it back on. We take off, and oh, looks like there was a couple bees in there. Some, or not bees, hornets, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so now, easiest way. Double check the dogs come out, and they do. So that's good. Easiest way, extend it all the way. I need to take it out of the camera for this one. Okay, now with it all the way extended, shove something, like this is a pick, that goes through, so it stays. Now, you're gonna need to take a knife or like something to cut it with, because on the other end of this, is a little metal stop. We're going to need to take that off, or I'll probably just get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'll just grab it right now, why not? Okay, now it will just pull right out. Let's set that off to the side. Now we have our old one. Sometimes, well, for this type of handle, you can just, let me see if I can see better. Sometimes you can just push it all the way through, and the knot will just kind of work itself out. This one doesn't look like it wants to cooperate very well, so maybe. No. Okay. Maybe if I guide it a little better. Well. Oh yeah. There we go. Got it. Okay. Disregard this. And here we have about 7.5 or 8 feet of lawnmower cable. I'm going to take like a lighter or torch or something. I just kind of torch the ends and do this. It will be a little hot, but it's not that bad. I'm going to do this outside because there's gas fumes in here. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if I could do this with you watching. So, right there, hopefully you can see, take that out. You take the end, let's see, if you get closer. Take the end, shove it through, and we're going to try to work it so that end comes out there. It can be a little time consuming. Well, it's usually a lot easier when it's not being watched on camera. The other ways to go. I'll do that. Naturally, this one doesn't want to be cooperative. So let's try this again. Okay, so I am just going from the other side, going in, actually went right in. Okay, now, take the knot. I don't know what knot comes from a factory, but I just do this. You wrap it around, one more over, push through, kind of shorten the end of it as much as you can, and then pull it taut. And there we go. For the other end, I did the same thing. I torched the end, but this one's a lot easier. Just slip it in, and hopefully it will just go all the way through. There we go. You want to make sure you do this before you let the pick out, otherwise you'll be fishing this out. Put that in, tighten. Now all that's good to go. You can break the spring if you just let it go and don't hold the string, so make sure to hold the string. And let it go back slowly. And there we are. Okay, go ahead and put it back on. Okay. To put it back on, I'm going to just do the exact opposite, except for one thing I wanted to bring up. Put this back on there. Right here is a little rough usually. There we go. So I'm going to purposely do this wrong to show you. Let me take you over there. I'm going to do this one-handed. But, can you see how this flap is in and this flap is out? If both of them are, if all three of these are in, then there's a good possibility of the, this one flap hitting the flywheel when you first turn to hear a ting. If it's out, it'll just rattle pretty much all times. So always make sure to put this. So now we have that on, we're going to put the screws back on it. Four to 3/8. I start them off. I'll house these all by hand. Let's take our socket, put it on the impact. And yet again, if you hear grinding, you're probably cross-threading it, so don't do that. But it wasn't, so it should be okay. Spoke too soon. And there we are. Don't forget to do the oil dipstick. Yeah, probably should just have two impacts with two different sizes. I used two of them. I'm going to get some clamps for that fuel line. This is kind of just a random thing. When I put that fuel line in there, I didn't put any clamps on there, but I put these clamps. I don't like the ones where you screw it down. They're just not as good in my opinion. So I'm going to take it off the carburetor since it's already here. It might flip a little bit. And then, that's why I like these pliers. They're super convenient. Just put it on there, and hold it in place, put it all the way down. There we are. And then for this one's a little bit different. Put them in place, but you're going to want to make sure that the clip is facing up. And put it through the line a little bit. And we're going to put the line back onto the carburetor. And then with it facing up, we just do the exact opposite. And there we go. What does this smell like? There we go. one in the back. And there we go. That is tight. Now the only thing we have left is put this on. Some of these can be a little which seems to be a common occurrence with this mower. There we go. Take our flat head, or Phillips head. So these screw into that little ring that's on the gas tank. And it's just kind of drilled in there, so it's kind of hard to find it, but once you do, it goes right in. My neighbor decided to idle his truck for whatever reason for like hours at a time, and today's no exception. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, put a filter on, and bring you guys back. Okay, the auto show is completed. So take a filter. Put this back on. Okay, now it should be ready to be put down and give it a test. Let me go ahead and do that, and I will bring you back. Okay, I don't know how much of this I'll show, but do you ever have one of those days when everything seems to be working right, but for whatever reason, that one thing comes and gets you? Well, that's today. I looked and the carburetor bowl is leaking. So, that's not what I wanted. Here's my other screwdriver. Don't need it. So we're gonna have to go inside. Or, where is it leaking? That might be a good idea to go over. Oh, no, that's a needle. Oh. Bring you in closer when I explain my reasoning behind this. But we are going to have to do a full one. Okay, so we are going to need that 3/8. Put a towel underneath here, I can just catch it. You know what? I really do need that screwdriver. I'm gonna get some tools. Okay. Seems like we were just here. Yeah, I was sitting there, I'm like, man, why am I still smelling gas? I mean, yeah, some definitely pour it out, but why? And lo and behold, that was there. Yeah, I guess it is kind of grimy. It came out very easy. Okay, yet again, meet you by the carburetor station. Okay, 1/2 inch. Where's my cup? ran. So, can't imagine it's horrible. Oh. Well, that's not good at all. There's no gasket. Somebody has been in here before. Huh. Put that in there. I mean, other than that, it doesn't really look horrible. This doesn't really fail. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in the ultrasonic cleaner and bring everyone back. Okay. So now we have the float, which could be dried off a little bit more. There's my towels. Here we are. The clean towel. There we go. And I wash my hands as well. They're just permanently dirty, it seems like. There we go. Our needle. Put that on there. And then inside it goes. The pin. There we are. And let's see if it works. Like a champ. Put that back on. A new gasket, because this one didn't have one. Oh yeah, I was going to explain what I was thinking. So, sometimes when you just see a leak, if it's just like around here, then it very well could just be this gasket. If it's all around the bowl, it's probably the nut or the float. So, depending on how it's leaking, will tell you what you should and should not do. This one was leaking all around the bowl, so I believe it was the actual float and the needle. Okay. Well, let's put this back on and see what happens. Okay. So with any luck, it will be dry. Okay, so far so good. Let's put the cover back on. Okay. This is not an auto choke, so how tight you put these screws is very important. There we are. And you could definitely tell someone was in here before because there's two gaskets on for this cover. That usually means that someone did try to do this before and it was too tight, so they put two. It's kind of a way of fixing it. So what you can do as well, just to make sure, is pump it, and if you see fuel go into throat, you're good. Ooh, nope. It's a tad tighter. In and out. the bulb is fine. It's almost always this cover. So I definitely think someone cranked down on this too much. As the fuel is on, definitely enough of it. Okay, let me grab another one of these. Wow, that was annoying. Okay, got that finally done. Oh, forgot about the third screw. There we are. Make sure. Yep, okay. So, while I was away, where you were, which is a whole lot of gasket scraping, but you have to get it very, very clean. Just, okay, oh, and a little bit of that. Okay, clean up and get this started. Okay, so, what did we do? New air filter, new plug, oil, looks like it has 10 minutes on it. Already sharpened the blade, but if I didn't really record that, that's kind of, tedious. I already have videos on it. New gasket, cleaned the carb, which took forever. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, and there you have it. Well, looks like that should be about it. If you like it, please subscribe and like, and have a good day.